Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey.
Hello, foodie booties.
Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are unfortunately going to be talking about Chantal Show, The Daily Chantal, Big Beautiful Me, Ableist, Foodie Booty, Flabby Bobby, Chantal El Rafe. Yeah, we're talking about Chantal. And it's just like, this woman has a knack for like drawing me in with stupid shit like that dumbass song I reacted to this week, and then following up with like the most horrendous, horrific behavior to the point that I'm like, why am I covering you again? Why am I doing this again? And certainly, you know, not every video I make on here is supposed to be pure fun, games, etc. I would much prefer to do that, you know? I would love to just like come on here, have a giggle, have a laugh with y'all, because I think y'all know that's what I find to be the most entertaining, the most enjoyable, and I think that's what y'all find to be the most enjoyable. I don't know that people love to click on these videos and watch me get upset about Chantal Marie being homophobic, transphobic, and or ableist on almost a daily basis, but here the fuck we are. And it's why I really say, like, you know, I don't hate Amberlynn, right? I really don't. Like, I don't agree with everything she does on her channel. I don't agree with everything she does as a human, but like, at the worst lately, homegirl is buying journals she doesn't need and playing with Play-Doh on her channel. Like, she's hardly doing anything like this nonsense over here. So when I say I don't hate Amberlynn, but I do hate Chantal, I mean it. So, let's just say over the past 24 to 48 hours, Miss Chantal has been very busy, in my opinion, trying to deflect from the nonsense she said about this Allah guy's wife. I think she realized she probably shouldn't have done that considering the context of where she lives currently, and so now she's deflecting by going after Nader, going after Pete's, going after Missy Moo even at one point. If you don't know who Missy Moo is, that's one of her like ardent supporters who loves her and like simps for her on a fucking daily basis. And so this has resulted in Chantal and her husband Salah, because let's be clear, a lot of this really specifically stems from Salah, although I think Chantal is directly responsible for that still, and I will explain that when we get to it. It has given them all the time to just be transphobic, homophobic, ableist, etc. I also want to note that a part of this storyline and a part of what's happened in the past 24 to 48 hours has also involved some essay allegations regarding Pete's and Chantal and interactions between the two of them. I've pretty historically on my channel not talked about anything essay related because I don't feel particularly comfortable doing it. That's true to be said when it came to Chantal and Nader for the past 2 years. That's true when it's come to the storylines. I don't want to call it a storyline, but when it's come up on Amberlynn's channel. And I've just generally not spoken a whole lot about that topic in particular because I don't feel particularly comfortable talking about it, well equipped to talk about it. I don't feel like the expert to discuss it. And because of that, I'm not really going to cover that today either. But what I will cover, well, I will let you know if that comes up or how it comes up or when it comes up. But what I will primarily be covering today is how I was correct about Salah being a homophobe. And when he did this.
Zachary Michael made a comment apparently that...
Who is that? Oh, that, the hopeless case?
The hopeless case.
Okay.
No, but, he's like, the difference is I get like 60K views and you get 15K, girl.
Oh, yeah.
To talk about me. Oh, I almost definitely, for sure, for real, believe that it was 100% supposed to be about me being gay because he's really shown his true colors. And I hate to be the person who's like, I told you so, but I fucking told you so. And so did many others, for the record. So did many others. But there were a fair number of people in my comment that were like, Zach, it's just a hand gesture. It's just a hand gesture. I think after the past 24 to 48 hours, we know exactly how Sala feels about gay people and trans people. So let me just get started, shall we? This all, I believe, started or stemmed from Nader doing a live stream. Why this piece of shit human being? Because let me be clear. Nader, Sala, Chantal, the whole lot of them. They're despectful pieces of shit, all three of them. But Nader was doing a live stream and for whatever reason played some voice memos that Chantal had sent him once upon a time. I guess he's so like really truly desperate for that Chantal clout, okay? and like, listen, y'all have been in my comments for the past week talking about how I'm desperate for Amber Lynn's views, attention, and clout. So, you know, maybe no shame to Nader for trying to get that Chantal clout. I don't know why you'd want it, but, you know, I guess no shame to him. But he played this voice memo, and it talked about how she was going to go do something to Pete's as a way to get back at him for doing things with Dee Dee. And that's really where the discussion, I think, at least from my understanding, stems from the conversations that end up happening about Pete's and the SA stuff. And so, like I said, I don't plan on covering that. I'm sure there's plenty of channels who are covering that. And you can certainly follow any of the people that I credit with like clips and videos and stuff to see really what went down. Particularly, I think I saw a lot of screenshots from Shenanigans, who I frequently credit on this channel. So feel free to go check out their Twitter in case you need to know what's going on there. So that particular live stream, I think, is what leads to Chantal just raging one night while she's home alone, because I think, if I recall correctly, Sala is getting an ingrown toenail like surgically removed or something or another like that. And so I guess that just left Chantal to be home alone to rage about him. Once Sala makes it back from the hospital where he's having his toenail removed, he also gets very frustrated and has some choice words to say to Nader on Chantal's live stream. So I'll play you the clip, but what I will say before I play the clip, let me preface, I don't speak Arabic. I don't know what any of these words mean. I do utilize Mo Translates and trust Mo Translates, who has historically been translating stuff from Nader, from Sala, from Allah, from all of them for quite some time on YouTube, and has been trusted up to this point and doesn't seem to have told anybody any lies. So I will say a lot of this is based on me trusting Mo Translates. But I have no reason to not trust Mo Translates, okay? Here's the clip, and then I'll let you know what Mo had to say was being said in this clip.
Oh, that didn't want to make you pass out? Ooh.
I have some small message for Nader. Wait, in Arabic, huh? Hey Nader, يا خول يا أوراني بتلم اللابو بتاعتك يا أوراني لم اللابو بتاعتك ده أنا حفشخك. Hello guys, how you doing?
What does that mean?
Like take your doo-doo, the BH, out of here, and you are called on these words.
Arabic swearing. Drag him, Salah.
How you doing, babe? I miss you.
I missed you so much.
So according to Mo, what he just said was, Mo says, I'm so sorry, this is hurtful language, okay? So that's the preface from Mo, okay? But according to Mo, this is what Salah said. Hey, Nader, you F-slur, you T-slur, tell your bitch to watch what she says, you T-slur. I will beat you up and destroy you. Because I'm a part of the LGBT community, I know how both of those words impact both the gay community and the trans community, and so I won't be saying them out loud, but I hope you can see from like the screenshot that I've censored what words were trying to be said there, okay? I also have to say, as I was going through and looking for this clip while filming, I noticed that I think I might be wrong about the timeline. Listen, I wasn't watching any of this in real time because Chantal's doing this mostly while I'm asleep most days. So I think actually the ingrown toenail thing might have happened afterwards. I'm unclear. Either way, this was a message from Sala to Nader after Nader did some nonsense on his own live stream. I also want to say that Chantal followed that clip up, that live stream up, with a post to Nader, okay, and said, "Hey Naderella, we went to bed, woke up, and you're so triggered by that until now. Your doo-doo is waiting in bed for you, and you are still up talking about us. Ha 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 ha. Love that for you. Sala's words hurt you that much, question mark? Especially," and then whatever this word is, I assume, this is my assumption, that that's like a repeat of the word that he was saying, like one of the slurs he was saying. And of course, also, just as a preface, ain't none of these posts still up on her community tab post. So if you're trying to go find them, she's already dirty deleted all of them. And I also probably am not going to show you every single post she's made, because she's made a lot of them in the past 24 to 48 hours. So as you can see by the things that Sala is saying to Nader and the follow-up from Chantal, neither of them feel particularly bad about what they're saying. Chantal surely doesn't feel particularly bad about what she's saying. She's supporting this nonsense from Sala, okay? Like, regardless of if that last word on that post, again, I didn't see a translation from Mo about what that word in particular meant. But regardless of if that was one of them or not, she said, "Did Sala's words hurt you that much?" I.e., even if she doesn't know what Sala was saying to Nader, she doesn't care. All she cares about is Nader getting hurt by them. Let alone, okay, forget about Nader, because he's a despicable piece of shit, like we already talked about, but let alone like anybody else in the world who might be offended by that. Just keep this in mind, because later Chantal's gonna claim she loves gay people, okay? So just keep that all in mind, shall we? So before we get into any kind of response about the homophobic and transphobic language, we have to acknowledge that Chantal just is so fucking married to this R word, okay? The R slur, all right? We've talked about this so many times with Chantal at this point that I don't understand why she isn't just like, okay, I'm just not, like, even if you want to use it in your real life, which you shouldn't, like, why would you continue using it on the internet time after fucking time and time and time again? Like, why? Why are we still having this conversation, Chantal? Why is this still a thing we're doing? I have to believe it's just because you're a bigot and you really truly don't give a shit. I guess I should tell you and preface or show you the community post where this comes up, okay? So this is in regards to French Fry Girl, who is a popular Chantal reaction channel. Chantal says, "Witch cackle from Gullet Chin. You're in a loveless marriage and your man don't touch you. Blah, blah, blah. That's all you and your brainless audience have to go by. Are you here with us? You know shit. Meanwhile, you look like this," photo number 2, "and have yet to go on camera and show us your chins and your man. You don't even have a neck, dude," which, like, weird insult coming from Chantal. "Unbelievable how mentally stunted you and your tater R slur are, LOL. You may get 4,000 views a live stream, but that's all you have. You have no man, no sex, no marriage, no views on your vlogs, no subscribers. Why do you only have 22,000 for how long now? No friends, no job, no pets because you made them suffer in their last days and never took them for walks because you're too busy stalking me and probably ignored them to smoke and bitch all day. You also travel nowhere except to Cornwall like an obsessed loser, LOL. Couldn't be me." And I have a lot of shit to say about a lot of the other stuff in there, but it's clear. It's clear. Okay, this isn't even just like her replacing the word. I think in the past she said that she uses the R slur just to call people dumb or stupid, right? It's clear that she's making a connection between that word and people who are, in her words, mentally stunted. It's all right there in the same fucking sentence. So yeah, Chantal, you're ableist as fuck, okay? It's a word that people in the disability community have continued to ask you to stop saying, and you don't. You don't. Once is a mistake, I guess. I mean, you're almost 40 years old and you don't realize that that is not an acceptable word to use in 2023? Okay, once maybe is a mistake. This is like at least the third or fourth time we've had this conversation. So chronologically, or at least according to Shenanigans Twitter, thank you so much for all the receipts since I don't have them every single post from when she posted on her community tab. But from Shenanigans Twitter, the next thing that happens is that Chantal decides to come for Mo Translates, okay? Now, mind you, historically, Mo Translates has translated things that Nader said, and Chantal has accepted them as fact, as truth, okay? But now Chantal takes issues with Mo Translates. So here's the post about Mo. So why do people take Mo Translates words for gospel? Again, to incite drama. I've seen her say the most horrible things about me when I did nothing to this moron. So again, how credible is someone who has a personal vendetta against me, just like everyone else? Her translations are taken out of meaning as they are many meanings and different dialects in the Arabic language. Salah does not believe in hurting anyone just because of their sexual orientation. Kuwait has laws against homosexuality, and that doesn't make him a bad person. Mo, you need a translator for your translations. Which is interesting because I'm going to show you a clip of her on a live stream later where she talks about and defends Salah for using the words that he used. So all of a sudden it is like, oh, Mo was right. Mo wasn't lying. And now we're making excuses and trying to cover up the things for Salah. Did you hear that growl from Judy? I think she wants out. Let me let her out. And or she's tired of hearing about Chantal's bullshit. I also will have more thoughts about like the Kuwait having laws and things like that because I have plenty of thoughts about that, but she talks about it again on live stream in a clip later. So first we'll talk about Chantal defending her use of the R word, okay? All right, are you ready for that nonsense? Here you go. Here's a post from Chantal in her community tab. While we're at it, why is it okay to use the term moron but not the R slur? Clearly in the below Wikipedia post, it can also mean calling someone stupid. She said, I never insult someone with mental disabilities. Actually, most are smarter than the people I call the R slur, but I actually love that word when referring to idiots without disabilities, and I'm tired of worrying about triggering everyone. If I offend you, cancel me and go touch grass. Well, girl, you're canceled. Like, literally fuck all the way off. Also from her own stupid Wikipedia post that she's using as evidence here, it clearly says at the very bottom that the word is now considered offensive. Like, her own example is proving the point to the point that they even note that it's now referred to as the R word or the R slur. She is so dumb. I don't understand why she would even post this and think that this is proving some kind of point for her. So the part where Missy Moo comes in, from what I can understand, happens pretty much next. I guess like Missy Moo got upset that Salah was being homophobic. She made a post about it. She said something along the lines of like, can we get him to not be homophobic, please? I understand his upbringing, and that's very typical probably in his country, and it's used as an insult every day, but like, you could do things about it. And it's like, literally the only thing I've seen Missy Moo say that makes any kind of sort of sense, okay? Like, any kind of sort of sense. And that she's just like, okay, even if that's how he was raised, like, if you're an ally of the LGBTQIA community, then why don't you help him understand? And this is my problem with a lot of straight women who are in relationships with homophobic men, okay? Or anybody that's in a relationship with a homophobic person and calls himself an ally. Because if your partner's out here saying slurs to people as an insult, like it's a bad thing to be gay or it's a bad thing to be trans, then how the fuck am I supposed to feel safe in your presence? I sure the fuck won't. So you can go on and on and on and on and on about how much you love gay people and you love trans people, but you're laying your head down, well, maybe if you sleep in the same bed, you're laying your head down next to a fucking homophobic, transphobic piece of shit every day. Honestly, I feel like I probably cussed a little little too much, but homegirl has me heated. I feel like I'm gonna have to go through and censor some of this so that YouTube doesn't hate me. I mean, like, I cuss sometimes in videos, but often not this often. Missy Moo ended up backtracking after Chantal said that she was getting on her nerves, so I don't know how great of a person Missy Moo really is, but for a second there, I really thought she might be onto something for once. And finally, she did do a live stream where she did address some of the concerns about Sala saying homophobic and transphobic things, so let me play this clip from Just Saying.
And, okay, I'm like way behind, so I'm just seeing if there's anything worth addressing. People in different countries say different things, grow up social justice warriors. Yeah, like, so he said a few comments, like, not everyone in the world has to agree with people being gay. Like, I don't think that homophobia is okay. This is my stance on it. I don't think that homophobia is okay. I don't think that transphobia is okay. I think equal rights for everybody. I don't agree with being gay being illegal at all, but I don't make the effing rules. So write to the government, and if you have a problem with it, like, what do you want me to do about it? This is like, I didn't, like, seriously, this is how people insult each other here. I don't know what you want me to say. Hang me for it, I guess, whatever, cancel me. You guys know I have a big gay audience, and I do love gay people, okay? Like, that's not gonna change. But, not everyone has to agree with everything, but I think that they should still respect each other for sure. Sala was triggered. He listened to douchebag, call him all kinds of names about that, make fun of his deceased mother. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. Because he said something, we called you a motherfucker. Sorry for my language. We called you a motherfucker in Arabic. So you say that his mother was deceased because you're disgusting. Like, you're evil and you're gross and you belong in prison. Like, at least your mother's still alive. And she's probably in Egypt getting gangbanged. Asshole. Don't come for my husband. I will spend the whole month working hard to put you behind bars for everything you did. Trust and believe. You have a month. Don't worry. What day is it today? The 4th or 5th? When I come home, it's all over for you, buddy. I can do a lot more in Canada. A lot more.
And here's the thing. Just because you're living in a country that says, like, homosexuality is illegal or you were raised a certain way doesn't mean that you have to agree with the government. I mean, you didn't even agree with the government when it came to trying to find a loophole so that you could allegedly get married to your husband.
It's hard to believe you didn't have a wedding cake. A+. It's not a traditional wedding. Like, we just made it a legal thing and very, very basic, but it wasn't very easy to do. We had to go through some loopholes. Which in Canada probably wouldn't be possible. I like going places where the law is flexible. I'm kidding. Anyway, no. Just being vague on purpose, because there's people who just think I'm a liar no matter what I do anyway.
So clearly, the law doesn't mean a whole fucking lot to you or Sala, okay? So in this case, maybe Sala should stop being homophobic and transphobic. How about that? It's just wild to me that you want to come on here and claim you have a big gay following. I'm not sure who besides me and Alexis Shook and Pulpy Syntax, okay? And maybe Jordy. I don't know if Jordy watches you or not. But it's not like outside of the four of us, you got a whole lot of gay people watching you. So please spare me the lectures about how you allegedly love gay people, how you allegedly love trans people, because it's very clear you don't. What you do love is the fake affection of a man, or any attention you can get from a man, period, that you won't even stand up to him when he's hurting people that you allegedly love. So anyways, that's all I have time for today. I was really feeling some type of way about this. I also just generally wasn't in a good mood today, so maybe that's why too. I don't know. You want to be transphobic and homophobic though, and ableist, you're gonna get a reaction out of me. Like, genuinely fuck off, Chantal, please. Thank you. Next. That's all I have time for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video for what it's worth. That's all I got. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to subscribe down below and hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Please make sure to also leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I had a great day. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!